Hey, howdy, hey everyone, welcome to Geekly Kingdom. Hello there. Today we are going into Geekly Kingdom, the park, brought to you by, Tyler. Tyler's gonna be here with us, that's right. But let's bring on the gang. What's up, guys?
Hi.
Good morning.
Hi, everyone.
How we all doing?
I was not prepared for this. I was expecting him to do the one by one, so I'm like, wait, hold on, I'm on camera now. Okay.
Sorry. I twisted it all on ya. But guys, yeah, today we're gonna be going into Geekly Kingdom, the park. We're doing this on Planet Coaster. And the cool thing is, if I'm not mistaken, Tyler, correct me if I'm wrong, once the park is done, people that have Planet Coaster can play in the park?
Yes, hopefully
Yeah, right?
once we're done building all the rides and attractions, we can save them individually as to workshop on Steam. So anybody can, who has the PC or Mac version, will be able to download and play in this, or like walk through it, go on our rides and everything.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be so fun. So what we're doing today is a couple shows ago. It's been a little bit now. You guys voted, actually. We came up with an attraction and a restaurant, and you guys voted on which attraction, which restaurant you guys wanted to see in our park. And so today we are working on these two.
Harryhausen.
Yes! You guys voted, so we're doing it. And we're also doing Monsters, Inc. Doordash.
Whatever.
We're doing both of those. So
Clearly what I'm picking up is that we all like Monsters, Inc. here very much.
Right?
And we want a better ride.
I think it's slightly an underrated film.
It is. Slightly an underrated film.
It's a good movie.
You know, it's not like everybody in the world hasn't seen it or anything, you know.
I just feel like people forget about it.
Yeah, I feel you.
And then you're like, oh, I love Monsters, Inc.
It's like, yeah.
But you forget.
Are they getting a TV
Maybe
show
you
now?
need better friends, because like the ones that
I don't
think
have
people
friends.
forget about a lot, that's understandable. The ones I forget about a lot are, oh, come on.
You separate both of you. You separate both of you.
Oh no, Joey, come back, no.
Come back.
I'm sorry.
Gosh, Spencer.
I know, the sarcasm is up to like 15. I've made new friends lately who have been like encouraging me to be more and more sarcastic way too much, so I think I need to like get back on the leash a little bit.
My gosh.
I'm
okay,
sorry,
Joey.
Jelly, you know that I love you.
Not speaking.
Oh,
Oh,
she's not speaking to you right now.
I feel really bad, like genuinely.
Oh, don't feel
terrible now.
bad.
I'm so sorry.
I don't feel bad.
Oh, okay, thank God, okay. So, the point is, the ones I think people forget about a lot, like when I talk to them, they forget about WALL-E, they forget about Ratatouille, they forget about A Bug's Life. I don't know anyone who forgets about Monsters, Inc. Like,
Well, I guess it came down to, because the funny thing is, we both had Incredibles and we both had Monsters Inc. on our respective, attractions. She had an Incredibles attraction. I had the Monsters Inc. attraction. She had the Monsters Inc. restaurant. I had the Incredibles. What was it, like an ice cream cart? Ice cream.
Yeah, Frozen's yogurt or something?
Frozen
Doesn't matter.
stones.
Didn't make it.
Yeah.
Didn't make it. But yeah, so that's the funny thing about it. But they voted. They wanted a Monsters Inc. area, so Monstropolis it is, guys. But before we get in here, let's see. Today we're also going to be reading to you guys, and we're going to be voting. We got 2 submissions for our Geekly Imagineering Challenge. So a little bit later we're going to be doing that. So look forward to that.
If I'm looking down on my phone, it is because I am editing.
Rereading, editing a little bit.
So that because some of them are long, but we will be posting the full concept so everyone could read and everything, because y'all did like 180% when you went on these, which is amazing, but we're only an hour show. So I have to use my old editing skills to make this make sense, but make it concise.
And speaking about the fact that we're only an hour show, let's get to it, guys. Let's get to Geekly Kingdom, the park. All right.
I did not build this castle.
You actually played.
So we went and we looked for a couple base designs for parks, like pre-made park layouts, and the first one that Wolf and I looked at had a castle in the middle of it that almost identically matched that piece of artwork. So we were like, okay, well, it's got to be this one then.
And we got crop circles too.
Yeah, I don't know what all that is or what all this is. Langoliers came in.
My memory may be failing me, but this looks suspiciously like Canada's Wonderland a little bit.
Sure, if you assume that that's the mountain.
Sure.
So
we got a Korok village over here. It just looks like Hyrule a little bit.
So we're going to be building the restaurant, and we're also going to be building the attraction. We probably won't finish them today, but we are going to be starting on them. Tyler's going to be starting on them.
Yeah.
So Tyler, what do we want to start with?
Well, the restaurant will be, I mean, Harryhausen's is basically a box with a little bit of theming on the outside.
True.
So, you know, Epcot. So just, I think the first
I'm
question
surprised
for you
that
is,
Disney hasn't built Harryhausen's yet, actually.
Right?
Yeah, it is. They could turn one of the restrooms at Epcot into Harryhausen's in like 12 seconds if they wanted to.
Not even playing.
Where do you want it to be? If we're building Monstropolis, like, as a street, maybe, like, over here? Like, where these straight pathways are? We can change anything, by the way. Like, if you don't like this forest or any of the landscaping or the pathways, we can change stuff. It just depends, like, if this is sort of your main street, which branches to the left and right, which I've never seen that in any park that Disney's had. Maybe Tokyo, because you could, like, exit Main Street and go right into Tomorrowland.
Well, yeah, but that's a cross street, and not, like, this weird, like, yeah.
Yeah, like, right in the corner there. So where do you want Monstropolis to be in your park?
Where do you guys think? In that back right? Where all the crop circles are?
Yeah. Well, we have to think logistically of what else is going to be here.
That's the thing, we don't.
But
That's
is
true,
this
like,
what we're
right
opening
now?
with? Is this what our opening day attractions is going to be?
It looks like it.
I say,
So
would
maybe
you say?
Start at the front?
Do we want to leave the front for, like, some type of Main Street area?
Yeah, I would do it to the.
Yeah.
I would do it right in this little area.
On the left?
Yeah, right before the big bushes.
Right before, so that area right over there?
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think, Spence?
So right here?
No, I think across the river.
You would think
Okay.
that if this were a real park, that would be like an expansion pad, though, wouldn't it?
Yeah, but I feel like, you know, to keep it, because it's going to be Monstropolis, and, like, the whole area is going to be themed.
We want a big city.
Okay.
Yeah.
I gotcha.
Yeah, Tyler, let's start there.
Okay. Well, I'll just put Harryhausen's down. We can always move it later, but I'll just start building that building.
Yeah, that's true.
Shouldn't be too hard.
It's funny, actually, because we've got 2 Monsters, Inc. rides out there, and one of them is awful, and the other one is less awful, but still pretty bad. And it feels like such an injustice, honestly.
Well, it's so funny because when we were thinking about, you know, like, what type of ride and this and that, I was like, that like rumored roller coaster that was supposed to happen would be so awesome, you know, like what a great idea for them to do, and they never did. So it's such a weird thing. So that's basically what, like, I then thought of. I was like, okay, we're going with that.
Something smells good. I think one of my neighbors is cooking.
Did you guys ever play?
For context, I have the windows open because it's finally nice out. So like I've got all my windows open. I think one of my neighbors is cooking.
There we go. Were you guys a Roller Coaster Tycoon person?
Oh yes.
Yeah.
I actually re-downloaded it during quarantine, but I was like, I want the OG. And like as soon as the music started playing, it's kind of creepy. I was like, oh my god, bring me back.
Yeah, that like main menu music.
Yeah.
Yes. How about you, Spence?
I remember.
I
loved. Oh, sorry.
No, you get that.
I actually wasn't. When I went for simulation games, I played The Sims 2 through all my childhood. I never did Roller Coaster Tycoon.
Tyler, I'm gonna guess yes.
I was 100% a Roller Coaster Tycoon person, and like I always got excited if we found a copy of it in like a cereal box.
Yeah.
Because I remember only having the first one. I never had Roller Coaster Tycoon 2. And then you buy a box of Cheerios and it just comes free, like with all the 2 expansions attached to it. That was crazy. And then when I was one of those people who loved the 3D version, and I was always confused why people didn't like the 3D version.
Yeah.
Because I genuinely think that was the better version.
Uh-huh.
And now it's the people who had made Planet Coaster.
That's crazy.
The camera's like moving on its own. Yeah, Frontier, who made RCT3, made Planet Coaster and everything.
Your camera is.
I'm just trying to get the.
There was this game that came out like I think in 2002 or so, and it was like a Disney version of a Roller Coaster Tycoon ripoff. I think it was called like Ultimate Disney Coaster or something like that.
Huh.
That sounds familiar.
I remember picking up a copy of that at a garage sale once, and the only reason I liked it was because it was Disney.
That's cool, though.
But you could, like, build your own Big Thunder Mountain and Space Mountain and stuff. Like, it was a lot of fun.
Oh, wow. Yeah, no, I never...
I'm sure someone in the chat will correct me.
You know what I did play a lot besides Roller Coaster Tycoon? Zoo Tycoon.
I never played that, and I always saw it like in Target and wanted to buy it.
I used to play that sucker all the time.
Yeah.
I was like, this is so fun. And then it got kind of annoying because then it was like, you're like the what do you call it? The enclosure or whatever where the animals is. It's like, it's fine, it's great. The animals are thriving. They're amazing. You start working on like another animal, and then that same animal that was like, I'm fine, is like, I don't like this. You gotta move everything. And then you start like trying to like please it, and it was like, I don't know what to do.
Every time I saw Zoo Tycoon, is that what it's called, right? I was like, in my head, it was the zoo from Spy Kids 2.
Oh my gosh, yes.
And Zoo 2. Anyway, back to editing for Jilly. No.
Hey, there's your restaurant.
It's coming together.
I don't know why, but I was never a Roller Coaster Tycoon person. I don't know. I always went straight for The Sims.
My mom's best friend, my mom's a teacher, so her partner, we used to go to her house a lot, and her son was older than I am, and he used to play The Sims. But I remember like going over to the house, and it was always like, why do we need to go to the house? Like, we're always, like, you're a kid. It was always like, I don't want to go over there. It's boring. There's nothing to do. And then like one time they put me on Sims, and I was like, oh my gosh, I love this. This is so cool. But I didn't have it myself.
Yeah.
So like the only time that I used to play Sims was when I used to go to Martine's house. And now I watch...
you know how it is when you're a kid, like... Sorry.
No. I was gonna say, like, now I watch, like, gamers, like, play The Sims. Like, I watched this one girl called Kelsey... Her name is Kelsey and Pichake. And she used to be on BuzzFeed Multiplayer. And she recently just left BuzzFeed to then do her own thing. But she used to play The Sims. Like, that's how BuzzFeed Multiplayer started off. And I've been following her for years, and then like when she branched out and stuff like that, I was like, oh man, this is cool. And then there was also like a kind of like a Sims reality TV show that she was like a judge for, and I was watching the whole thing, and I was like, man, this is so cool. Like, I love The Sims, but I don't play it. I'm gonna see if I find it.
I had Sims Vacation, which you would build like vacation, like cabins and areas, and you had unlimited money, which was amazing.
Oh.
And that was like my jam.
I mean, really, like anyone who isn't playing Sims on like. Sorry.
Oh, it's okay. Sorry. There's a delay on every time I talk.
Well, I mean, same. Everyone, I think, who plays The Sims, they have to, like, they go crazy on it. They go in, like, its version of creative mode, where you can just buy whatever you want and make these exorbitant houses and businesses that no one can ever afford.
Yeah. Let's see here.
Sorry if you have a fear of eyeballs. That's what's happening right now.
Oh, the horror.
Okay, so it was called The Sims Sparked, and it was on TBS.
Oh.
Yeah.
I've never
of course it was
heard
on
of
TBS.
This.
It was and it was on last year. That's what it was on last year. It was very short. Let me see. It was very short. There was how many episodes? 1, 2, 3. I think like 5 episodes. 5 episodes. They put you in like teams. So there's one person that's the stylist. There's a builder and there's a storyteller. So like their things were like, oh, you know, like I don't know. Now I can't think of anything. But you had like those 3 people, and they would each have their own like thing to work on. It was pretty fun. I really enjoyed it. I was like, this is cool.
Is it like a Let's Play kind of thing where they had to like collectively build a city or something?
So no, they were legit like little challenges, and then they used to also collaborate with like a video editor, so they would make up like different stories, and then the video editor would like put it all together and stuff. That's why they had a storyteller in there, like in like the team.
Wow, this looks really good so far, Tyler.
Yeah, right?
Thank you. I just wish I could fix the discolored bit here, but whatever.
Oh, I feel nah, we good.
Maybe I might just change these walls to be the entire panel like that instead. That way
Gotcha.
It'll look consistent. But I gotta have these 3 lights, and then I guess we'll move on after that. Lights.
All right, I'm on the chat now. And yeah, Karen, you know what I'm talking about.
I feel bad a little bit because Karen said that she wouldn't be friends with me anymore because I was sarcastic to Jilly. And I'm sad.
That's it.
I do have to... I want to give some props real quick just to this username in the chat.
Yeah, of course.
SeaWorld and Lego Fan Disney Parks 2017.
Yup.
That is a mouthful, and I respect you for that.
That's like keyword salad of a username. That's great.
Yeah, that's good.
Just
I
like
have some letters.
just a fan. I love fans.
Yeah.
I wish there was a
Fans is
fan on right
everything.
now. It's kind of hot.
The only one he's not, they, I guess, they would be the proper term. The only park they aren't representing right now is Universal. There's no Universal in there.
Oh, they're not a Universal fan.
Ooh.
I wonder, are you? Let us know in the chat.
Yeah, tell us. I have a Universal thing. Actually, this is going to Tom pretty soon. This is a thing of cookies inside of a silver Universal globe for the 20th anniversary.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Sweet, more things for me to edit.
There's already a box in the mail, and there's another one going in like 2 days. So you're gonna be busy. Yeah, and then they've got like all this character art on the side while Tyler's building.
Oh,
Got
I
Minions,
like that style.
Hello Kitty's Cookie Monster, yeah. And then on the other side, mostly forgotten attractions, and then also Jaws.
Oh my gosh. Do me a favor, spin that again. I love how, like, all the characters are in like a unique style. Like you look at Hello Kitty, you look at the Minion, but then Snoopy looks exactly the same.
Maybe it's like a licensing thing where they just can't change how he looks.
That's so funny.
I will tell you though, I think E.T. kind of looks kind of creepy on this, honestly. I'm not a fan.
Yeah, I feel you.
Yeah. But no, this is really cool. I don't want to open it. And I have to send it like special because the way I sent the big boxes, they don't let me send food in them.
Oh, gotcha.
So I have to send this like a special way.
Huh.
Yeah. That's the stuff I have. And this one's just mine. They started this new show.
On your restaurant?
Ooh, what food do you want in your restaurant?
Sushi!
Sushi!
And I think I'm done.
I might go get sushi for lunch,
by the
actually.
way.
All right.
Anyone cares.
Cool. We have sushi, and then for the kids, pasta, a ham sandwich, and
chicken nuggets.
It's a sushi restaurant. Why do we have pasta?
Because
don't
haven't you ever been to a Japanese restaurant? They put all kinds of
katsu or
stuff on
something. Kids
That's
like
true.
that, right?
Give him katsu. It's basically a chicken nugget.
Yeah. Now I want to go to get sushi for lunch, actually. I might go down to, like, Hamazushi or Kurozushi or something like that.
I could use a poke bowl right about now.
It just sounded, no offense to anyone, but it just sounded like you just said sushi. Like, what did you just say?
Well, they all put sushi in their names.
Oh,
That's
okay.
how you find out
so
like,
it
what
is,
chains
okay.
they are.
I feel
yeah.
better now.
Like,
okay.
Like Hamazushi, Kurazushi,
Okay.
Sushido, Kappazushi. Like, they all put sushi in their names.
Okay,
for all the
I feel
restaurant
better.
names.
I feel better now.
Wow, so offensive.
No, I really did. I really thought, I was just like, wow, those two words just sound like sushi. I don't know why.
I'm sorry for the confusion.
Ooh, Steve wants to know what was the background song on the Geekly Kingdom pre-show countdown? You know what, Steve? I have no idea. I just remember
Tyler,
that
you
I
did
liked
that,
it,
didn't you?
and I was like, Tyler, this
I
one.
don't think I grabbed that one.
So,
oh, did I download that song? I don't remember doing that.
Yeah. I
Aren't
told
they
you
all-
this one. I was like, oh, I like this one. So we'll
They're all
find it
on the
for
drive,
you.
aren't they?
We'll find it for you.
Okay, so we got the base of Harryhausen's in there.
Beautiful.
Well, my question is this space here going to be where the coaster goes? Are we going to like utilize maybe this area back here?
Oh, we can use all that?
I could even take out this back path here if you want to use this entire section.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, let's do that. Take out that path and put the coaster there.
Nice.
We can
So
close
we're
off the path and make it cast members only.
It's so much more similar. I'm just paying attention now. To Sims than
To Roller Coaster Tycoon,
Roller
yeah.
Coaster Tycoon.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm
So-
noticing.
Similar to Sims Vacation.
Oh, yeah?
Before we started, I knew that we were going to be building the Doordash coaster, so I prepped a lot of pre-made stuff. So, for example, I have the exterior of the building. We could just drop in wherever we want as a show building.
Oh
It's
my god.
gigantic.
It's crazy.
That thing is huge.
That's why I asked earlier. I was like, can you scale that?
Move it back. We need room for a queue.
To be fair, though, like we can put the building here, and then we can, have an exterior show building and hide it with trees and stuff. Disney does that all the time. So maybe this is just like back here on like a slight angle or something.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
that.
that sounds good.
Oh, I
You
love
can
You're
it.
going to be
like,
able to
see
see
it
that
from
from the whole park.
No more castle.
Well,
It's just-
let's
That
do
is
some.
taller than the castle,
Yes.
actually.
Oh my
I think.
gosh.
Yeah, it
It
is.
is bigger than the castle.
Whoa.
It's significantly bigger than the castle.
That's
I don't think that that's
crazy.
like allowed in the rules of Disney is to have a building bigger than the castle.
Maybe we should just push it
think it's
back. Oh, can you do that?
Oh
Yeah.
wow.
That way, at least you can still see the logo and everything.
Oh, yeah, that looks good.
There's still plenty of room on the inside.
Or we can just put
another-
a bigger castle down.
Here we
We could, yeah.
Just build the castle up.
Like a Shanghai castle or something and put it there.
What's that?
Somebody had pre-built the lobby area of Monsters Inc.
Oh.
So I downloaded that. They built a little s.e.a.
Oh.
Aw.
Yes, that's so cute.
Mike, you're not
so do you
making
want
any
that to be
sense.
like the queue space for the attraction? Like we line up here and then we go through like a door to the like scare floor or something? Like how do you imagine this ride going?
So that has to be in the building though, right? Am I thinking about it right?
Not necessarily.
I want it in
You're
the
thinking
building.
because like
there's like a dome.
The lobby
above
has
it.
dome. It's like a separate.
Yeah.
If you look at the movie, it's like a separate part from the giant door.
From the giant door, yeah. Let's.
I don't want this in front of the building now.
Correct. Yeah. Let's
put it to the
this
side
to, like,
or
the
something.
Side.
That's how they built it in Tokyo too. They have the warehouse set back from the lobby.
Maybe like back here.
That ride is closed now, actually.
Yeah.
We
There
can
you
do it on
go.
a little bit of it. I'm so afraid that this is going to crash. I can do it like this, though, maybe?
No, I think like to the
So
side
maybe, like-
side.
Yeah, like right, just
So like when you
parallel
see
to it.
when you see it, like you see the dome and you see the big building, but like.
Oh, so like this is so position the entrance like this. Maybe
Yeah.
That's the entrance of the queue area.
We need to get that exterior that says it's laughter we after, or we scare because we care.
Because we care, yeah.
Well, there's a good question actually. What time period is this set in comparison?
I would think.
If we're doing Doordash, it would be before the end of the movie, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I think like
So we're still scaring.
we're still scaring, yeah.
Yeah.
Because like that's why it's a roller coaster.
Yeah. This isn't
Bad
like
things are happening.
this isn't like Mike and Sully to the rescue, where they're already done with scaring.
Yeah.
Is that the one where Randall comes back? Or am
Yeah.
I thinking of the other one?
I'd kidnap 1,000
no, I'm
children
wrong.
before I'd let this company
some-
die.
For some reason, like the outside of Monsters Inc. says it's laughter we're after, but the inside of the ride is like going through the basic plot of the movie.
Yeah.
I was trying to remember that. Yeah.
That looks so fun.
Right.
It's alright.
So I guess connects instead of this back tunnel, it'll connect to the side of this, or maybe does this lead into like the scare floor?
Yeah, we
off
can
to
do
the side
that.
here?
Wouldn't
So
the
this-
scare floor though be like the loading area?
Well, I'm thinking
Because
like
you're getting the door.
we can enter through here and then exit through the front of the building.
Okay. So
Like,
like,
right
the
under
lobby
that
becomes
logo.
the gift shop?
Yeah.
The scare floor is the gift shop? What?
No,
No, the lobby.
No, not the lobby, the
The show building?
show building. Yeah.
Isn't the show building going to have the ride in it?
Well, but is the show building going to be that building there? Or
Well, based on the movie, like these windows, they're not in the Door Factory building. They are their own. Like
Correct.
you see like all these rows and rows of them because there's like like hundreds of these different scare floors. Where we've just been watching this one specifically. So this should be like its own exterior thing.
Uh-huh.
I feel like this
Maybe
is your
connect.
loading area.
correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
So I'm thinking this in the back.
Yeah.
Like completely behind the show building, or just behind this lobby.
Um,
I'll need to bring one of these two.
I think just behind the lobby.
Okay. Let me move all of the lobby stuff a bit forward. Oh, I grabbed some trees by accident. Nothing's perfect in these video games. What is the plot of this attraction in particular?
So this one,
Yeah, Wolf. What was the plot of this attraction that everyone wanted?
This, this plot is whatever the people want. This is an attraction for the people.
When people thought Bob Chapek was bad.
Are you just visiting the scare floor, and then Mike and Sully are like, "Sorry, folks, we gotta go," and then you're like, "Hey, Sully, how about a backstage pass?" And you're like, "That's a great idea."
In all seriousness, wouldn't this be like
Sully gives the
Randall is
rocker with the
chasing
shocker to
after
the
us or
audience?
something?
Say that again, Spencer.
Wouldn't this be like Randall is chasing guests or something like that?
Yeah, it's essentially, just that scene from the movie. Would be pretty much what it is.
You go in to like board your ride, and Roz is like, "You didn't turn in your paperwork. You can't ride."
Wouldn't that be weird if you went to go on a ride and they say, "No"?
No, you can't.
I mean, that's literally what happens when you're too short.
Oh, that is true. Too real for some people.
Drew Myers has a good idea. What if in the Monsters universe, they just let humans ride the doors so that they can scream and they can collect energy that way? It's like, forget it.
Oh yeah, it's a new form of energy.
We ain't going to your world. You come to our world and just scream for us.
In a world where monsters are too lazy.
What are you talking about? The laugh floor?
Oh yeah, I forgot that the laugh floor is an attraction. So we have 3 Monsters Inc. attractions.
Oh yeah.
And all of them are only okay.
There's 3.
Okay, so for the actual coaster itself, we have a lot of options.
Yeah.
So
let's see.
Do you want to go wooden?
Nah.
Sorry,
No.
please don't take that out of context. Do you want to do a wooden type coaster?
Nah, not wooden.
Okay. So we also have hybrid. This is like Steel Vengeance. This is actually specifically Steel Vengeance. That's like, part wooden, part steel. Or should we just start looking at the cool stuff?
This is an indoor coaster. Why wouldn't we do like a steel coaster?
Yeah, I think we should just go.
We have X Dimension. That's one of those things where the ride's vehicles are on the side of the track, and they
That
can
is what I was
spin fully
thinking.
around.
Oh, it flips you though?
You can control how it turns.
Because I was like, that is
little...
what I was thinking. If you look at the... Did we draw it?
Oh, I hate these coasters.
We drew people hanging on a door.
Yeah, let me show everyone.
In which we could use these like...
That was the rough draft.
There's suspended coaster types like that. There you go.
Yeah, right?
This one in particular,
What's
launches.
The last one? I'm sorry.
This one looks like this. I don't know if there's anything specific about it. It uses a chain lift and it can invert.
It can
it's
invert?
Called the Mind Melt.
I don't think this one would invert.
Did you say it can or it can't invert?
It can invert. This one is also chain lifted, can invert. This one is 4 seats instead of 2.
Nah, we need like a...
This one is chain lift, can invert, and it's got 2 seats.
I like that one.
If we go into other, we have one of these like Canada's Wonderland Vortex types.
Oh, that's fun.
Where it's like a vehicle that swings back and forth. The only thing is that one cannot loop. So is it a family coaster or is it going to have a loop?
So no loop, because if you think about the movie, the doors aren't going to be like going upside down and stuff.
This one's a giant stork. And ride vehicles are on the side and can swing back and forth.
Ah, yes, start the movie, the ride.
A little too specific. Did anyone even watch that movie?
Nah, I think either the one.
Oh wait, go
Chili...
down. Go down. There was something. What is it? Spinning.
These ones?
Yeah.
So this one is kind of like.
Hey,
a
that's like
Precious
space
Coaster.
fantasy.
Or space fantasy, yeah. And then this one is like Primeval Whirl.
Oh, okay, never mind.
I think it's mouse designed.
I think we need something that dangles.
Yeah.
We also have, these ones are called wing coasters, more where they're like on the side of the rail.
Nah, that'll be fun, but for like something else.
And then this one sits above the track. I don't know why it's like that.
I think one of the
the
dangly ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want it? Do you want it to have like a regular lift hill, or do you want it to launch?
If it's a family coaster, it should probably be a lift hill.
Yeah, I think lift hill.
Okay, so that means we're gonna have a big uphill. Unfortunately, there is not like two options, so it just decides on the type of coaster you want. So this one is 2 in the front, 2 at the side. It's like a storytelling coaster. This was the 2-seater. This
like
one was
that.
the 4-seater.
I think 2-seater is what you want.
Yeah.
It's a very bizarre, weird one.
Very bizarre word. Let's go with that one then. Very bizarre word.
This one is 2-seater, but it's just called Suspending Looping Coaster Mind Melt. It's very weird. This one, yeah, inverted 2-seater, inverted 4-seater. That's the launch one. And this is Giant Inverted Boomerang Bakasura.
Nah, that sounds too. I think either that last one or
the inverted 2-seater.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chain lift can invert. Chain lift can invert. For adults and teens only.
Oh.
They are all for adults and teens only.
Whatever.
Sorry, children. You can't come on your favorite ride.
Monsters Inc., you know.
Right.
Yeah, I think that. And Tyler, while you start that, we're gonna read some submissions that we got.
My turn.
Yeah. Let's
All right. Want to go with Shorn Forces?
Let's do it.
Submission first.
Yep. So let's recap real quick. What you guys? Whoops, not that recap. Not that one. This one. So what you guys had to do was design a new Figment attraction. Attraction needs to be an original idea, so it couldn't just be like something from the past that we've had. And the type of attraction can be anything you guys chose, okay? So yeah, what?
So Shorn Force, upon visiting the Imagination Institute, guests board Dreamfinder's newest vehicle and enter Dr. Nigel Channing's laboratory, where Dreamfinder is helping him tweak the Imagination scanner machine. Nigel plans on scanning the guests' imaginations, allowing them to see what's on their minds. But Figment comes out from behind one of Nigel's machines and gets in the way with his curiosity and randomness.
Like it.
Nigel gradually gets worked up, scolding Figment and ranting about order and neatness. Figment backs away, bumping into the machine, transferring the guest into his imagination.
Ooh.
Nigel's lab changes from a very prim and organized room to one filled with crazy machines and gadgets, with gears everywhere, and a cameo by Smart One. Nigel and Dreamfinder assure the guests that they will try and rescue them from Figment's overactive imagination. Dreamfinder is amused, but Nigel's in a panic. Figment's mind starts to wander, sending the guests away from Nigel's lab into new segments of Figment's mind. These segments should be chaotic but friendly and fun, with as much wackiness as desired.
Nice.
Rooms in the ride, other than the transforming lab, include a room where butterflies grow on bushes and flowers fly and flutter. This would be accomplished with simple puppet animatronics, projection, screen arch, and a garden-esque set. The giant butterfly appears at the end where it disappears and flowers appear. Another room would be a room of fog, which would eventually clear to reveal different forms of inspiration. An art room would have various art styles depicted in artworks and sets and props, color-changing effects, and a giant art supplies before a small drop and a trip through the rainbow tunnel. Eventually, Nigel enters Figment's imagination to help bring you out, taking a moment to scold Figment, but in the process triggers a nightmare where Figment sees a scary moon of Nigel and other frightening things which freak them both out.
Oh.
Before Nigel focuses and his imagination brings you to a very orderly box of a room. There he asks if the previous room is how Figment really sees him. Figment assures him that he likes Nigel, but the doctor can be quite overbearing in trying to enforce his orderliness on such things as the Imagination Institute. Figment encourages the guests to help Nigel break out of the box. The box's rooms, walls fall away to reveal a bunch of crazy, nonsensical, and whimsical things, amazing Nigel, who promises to let his imagination run wild a bit more.
Oh.
Dreamfinder now intervenes and shows everyone that the sky is the limit, sending everyone seemingly shooting through the sky into space. Here, Figment has a song stuck in his head, One Little Spark. Of course, the trio sing the song as you travel through space, eventually ending with a crowd of Figments in various costumes, all singing the chorus before Dreamfinder frees you to exit and explore the pavilion. Figment notes that if you don't want one little spark stuck in your head all day, he can help and start singing It's a Small World as you exit. And there was some artwork to go along with it.
There's
I didn't
some
know if you were
artwork.
showing it while I was speaking.
Oh, I was not, because I
Okay.
wasn't sure if like things had to go together.
Yeah,
but-
understood.
So we do have some artwork. We got Figment.
Oh, look at him with his
Of
little shirt.
course. I like that shirt. I like it now with the little logo.
Right?
Very nice. Ooh,
That's
I
your
like
ride,
this.
part of the ride vehicle, I believe.
Yeah.
Yes, which is explained in more in depth, which you guys can read.
Yes, definitely. We got, ooh.
I
Look
like
at
him spinning his little...
Little wrench. I like it. There's Nigel. Got a little update.
Would we recast Nigel, or would we keep
Ooh.
Eric Idle?
I don't know. Does it look like Eric
I think
Idle?
Eric
Want an
Idle
actor
is
who will
getting a
remember the
bit
role.
old.
And then here's like the...
Journey into Figment's imagination.
I love that.
I like
And we
this
got
idea.
right here.
That's beautiful.
That is.
Oh, that's
So cool.
gorgeous.
I must
That
take a drink
upholstery
of
would get
water.
torn in like a day, though.
Say it again.
I said that upholstery would get torn in like a day, though.
Well, the thing is that it's not really upholstery. That's plastic, but they make it look like that.
Oh,
They make
that
it
actually
look
looks like it looks like the Time Machine from the movie The Time Machine, which I'm guessing is the idea.
Oh yeah.
Hot Tub Time Machine?
Not.
One of my favorite movies,
a good
honestly.
one.
That movie makes no sense, and I still love it.
It is.
I
such a
love
good
that.
one.
It's like we went into some sort of Hot Tub Time Machine.
Oh man. All right.
Next submission.
We got another one.
We have Journey into Inspiration
All
by
right.
Drew Myers. Now, Drew wrote a lot, which is great.
Correct. So we did
I edited it down.
edit it down just a little bit.
Yes. So, the ride. Guests will encounter vehicles that look very similar to the original 1983 ride. Once guests board the vehicles, they will enter a dark tunnel. The vehicles will speed up slightly and enter the first room. In this room, guests will see the Dreamfinder and Figment. The Dreamfinder reminds guests that they must stop the Dream Taker when suddenly a blast of smoke emerges from a different part of the room and an animatronic of the Dream Taker appears. He has a contraption that kind of looks like a combination of a vacuum cleaner and a gun. The Dream Taker explains that he has traveled to Epcot to use his device to rid all imagination from Epcot once and for all. Thinking quickly, the Dreamfinder uses his imagination to make bars come up from the floor surrounding the Dream Taker and trapping him in a cage. Right after this, guests will hear the start of the completely original song. The Dream Taker will explain to us through song how he created a phantasm of his imagination, and using Pepper's ghost effect, a new dragon will appear. Phantasm will then take Dream Taker's contraption and escape through an air vent. A screen will show Phantasm using the contraption to suck away everyone's imagination who is outside of the pavilion. Dream Taker laughs and then vanishes. While all of this was happening, Dream Taker was describing what was happening through song.
Okay.
Dreamfinder then informs us that all is not lost. He explains that the Imagination Institute was actually built around the Dreamport, so the Dreamport still exists inside the Imagination Institute. Dreamfinder explains to us that with our help, he can use the Dreamcatcher to capture ideas and anything else that could spark the imagination to deposit into the Dreamport and restore imagination to Epcot. So then we enter our first room. We notice everything is in black and white. The Dreamcatcher is already in this room with Dreamfinder and Figment. We see sculptures, paintings, models, and other works of art, and Dreamfinder explains that we must use our imagination to create art for the Dreamcatcher. We notice that the floor of the room looks like an art canvas, and the ceiling is a mirror. Figment explains that we must add color and emotion to this room by painting the canvas.
Ooh, okay.
A joystick will appear from a slot in the front row of each vehicle, and we will control which direction the vehicles will move in.
Oh, okay.
So basically, our ride vehicle will become one giant paintbrush.
Yeah.
As time goes on, the works of art around the room will slowly begin to gain color, so by the time the guests leave the room will be full of many different colors. The next room will be the music room. Guests will notice the Dreamfinder and Figment are once again there, and there is a whole orchestra of disembodied instruments to one side of the room. We get an explanation from Dreamfinder that music is one of the best ways to bring out emotion in people and thus spark the imagination. Figment flies up behind the instruments and educates the guests on how to conduct the orchestra. You will then use instruments that will come out of your ride vehicle once again to play to a beat of a song that's being orchestrated by Figment.
Okay.
After this, the vehicle will move into a second room, which is the dancing room. Dreamfinder will explain that when emotion or imagination is too high to be captured by speaking or singing, emotion and imagination can be expressed by dancing. They will explain choreography for the theme song, and the trackless rides vehicles will start dancing to the beat of the song.
Like it.
The next room is the cinema room, with all types of filming equipment, and Figment will be holding a big camera that is perched on his shoulders, filming the guests. Dreamfinder and Figment explain to guests that they will now be acting in different genres, being directed by Figment.
Hey.
The next room will be one of the many science rooms of the Imagination Institute. This is my favorite. Guests will see the Dreamcatcher again with Dreamfinder and Figment on it. They will also see an animatronic of Wayne Szalinski with the latest version of his shrink ray gun. Wayne explains that his latest version can shrink matter down to the size of an atom. A burst of smoke goes off, and Dream Taker and Phantasm suddenly appear. Dream Taker explains that now he has rid Epcot of all the imagination. He now only has to use his contraption to steal the imagination of us.
No.
Before Dream Taker can do this, Wayne uses his shrink ray to shrink all of us down. The room will strobe, and guests will find themselves in pitch blackness. Unbeknownst to us, the vehicles will slowly move into an elevator that will take them to the second level of the show building.
Hey.
Guests will hear audio with Wayne asking if we are okay, and he explains that he has shrunk us down to the size of an atom. He explains that even though this realm might look like a figment of somebody's imagination, this place is actually real. He explains that the imagination cannot only be used to create great works of art, but can also be used for science, and that it can come up with creative ways to discover how the world works. The room then starts strobing violently, and we find ourselves in the Dreamport. We see Dreamfinder, Figment, and Wayne, and Dreamfinder explains that the Dreamcatcher is now depositing the sparks and ideas we have created, and that it is full, and a screen shows an antenna extending from the Dreamport above the roof of the Imagination Institute, and the antenna emits a signal releasing sparks of inspiration all over Epcot, thus restoring inspiration.
Yes.
Dreamfinder then asked Dreamtaker why he wanted to rid imagination from the world in the first place. And he explains he has always been frustrated that he was born without an imagination, and he was jealous of his brother and one of the wildest, how he has one of the wildest, I'm sorry, I'm such a bad speaker.
No, you're good.
Had one of the most wild imaginations in the world. Out of his anger, he decided to go on a quest to rid the world of imagination. Ugh. Dreamfinder then explains that Dreamtaker has created Phantasm and the amount of imagination needed to bring a creature like him to life. So he had it all along.
Look at that.
Dreamfinder then explains that even though bad things can happen to us in life, we can lose material things. The one thing that no one can ever steal from us is our imagination. No matter how little we have or no matter how bad our lives can get, nothing is impossible with imagination. There is a beautiful ending to the ride.
Yeah.
It goes on, which we will post.
We're not going to say.
We're not going to say.
Ooh.
But, yeah.
I like that.
I like that we have like a whole new story there.
Yeah. Yeah.
We have new characters.
Yup. Huh.
I like that it's interactive.
What do you think, Spence?
That was a lot. But I really liked it.
And that wasn't even all of it.
Yeah, no, it was very, very detailed.
It was 10 pages.
Yeah. It was a lot to keep up with, I think, but I would definitely ride that ride. That's like Rise of the Resistance level.
Right, like
definitely.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
That sounds like fun.
It
Good
does.
job, Drew.
Good job, both of you.
Both of them were really great, and I loved the addition of
Short Forces was excellent too. Yeah.
Yup.
He also, at the end, you also you see all the characters waving goodbye to you, and one of them is Flubber.
Oh.
We just get to throw everyone in there.
Everyone, I love it. So
that sounds like fun.
What do you guys think? What should
we
build? What should we build, Tyler?
I feel bad for Tyler.
Tyler, what do you think? There was one that was very specific. That it's a trackless ride system.
Yeah.
Smart Force, I think, could also be trackless.
Yeah. Now, can you refresh my memory of what Short Forces was? I read it.
So his sounded like it was like if it was kind of like a sequel.
Oh, we entered Figment's imagination.
Correct.
Heard. I remember now.
It's like kind of like a sequel to the one that we have right now.
You know what I liked about
one?
Shorn Forces? I liked when we entered Nigel Channing's imagination.
Yeah.
And it was boring. And he was like, "This is what you think of me?" I liked that because it gave Nigel Channing a heart. You know, because he saw how sad of a human being he was. And I liked that. That was my favorite thing.
Oh man. I honestly
like the one where we go into Figment's imagination. I really don't like that every iteration of Dr. Nigel Channing is, boy, I don't like Figment. Like, that you could fix the entirety of Journey into Imagination by just having Dr. Nigel Channing be like, why, yes, Figment, you can come with us. Because why does he hate him? Is he not your Figment of imagination? And Dreamfinder doesn't exist in the world?
Yeah,
it's just like, it's like, hey guys, we're gonna have some fun, but not you. Go away. It's like, just have him be
We're gonna have some fun doing some boring sciencey stuff.
It's
no,
like
you
the
are
Odd
the fun
Couple.
one. You cannot be here.
Right? It's just so weird. So I'm gonna say this: both of you are getting core bucks. I'm gonna send both of you core bucks for getting on. That's for sure, for sure. So you're getting some core bucks sent to you.
So why don't we do this? Why don't we post both of them, the full thing, so everyone could read through the pre-show, everything, because there's more information that you guys can see that we just did not have time to show. And then we let the people decide.
Ooh. Okay.
Am I doing that thing again where I'm saying things on air that we shouldn't do?
No, that's totally
like
fine.
that time where I'm like, I'm gonna throw core bucks to people, and apparently I didn't have that power.
No, we can totally do that. We can totally do that. So yeah, what we'll do is, I will do this.
Is this the extended queue?
Say that again. Oh, you're really low for some reason now.
Oh, this looks like the extended queue.
Oh, don't worry. The
so
inside
long.
queue is gigantic and twisty.
The problem with that is when there's nobody there, there's no places for like shortcuts to just take them all.
I wish I could do that in this game.
Oh,
that's the only problem with this game is that they do have to walk through the entire thing. But then if I you can't change the queue in the middle because it resets the entire queue, and everyone who is in the queue gets booted to the exit. So you just have a blob of like 300 people all trying to get back into the ride, and they're like, "Why did we get booted from the ride?"
Tyler, I know you're not done, but can you walk us through what we have?
Oh yeah, 100%. Okay, so here's the... Oh my god, I'm not used to this camera. Let me just switch to this mode. Okay, so here's our exterior, and I wish this could go faster. But so we walk in, and here's the entire queue area. Let me go up high so you can look down on it.
Ooh.
There's a lot of screen canisters and doorways, and I'm sure we can add some, like... You know how in the queue for... Not Flight of Passage. What's it called? Navi River Journey has like little plaques that are like, this is a dire horse or whatever.
Oh yeah.
We could have little things like that. You pass Celia and maybe she talks to you. Then there's a video screen being like, here's the ride. Do you have an
appointment? Thanks for calling.
So to get into the main scare floor, I figured this could be like the office sort of hallways.
Okay.
Then you can have like projections of characters walking by or whatever. And then we get into the scare floor.
Yeah.
And so we have the entirety of the coaster running back behind there like that.
Is there going to be a Roz animatronic in the queue?
There could be, yeah, right at the front there. I'm sure I can find her make like a little slug lady. And then here's the ride, which starts by kind of going up and into the hole there. Could take a quick ride on it. Oh, it's frozen. Pause, go.
This person who's controlling it has so much energy.
Right? They're like, yeah, go for it, scream.
And so
Ah!
then you'd go into the hallway, and then
injury, lawsuit,
Death.
Whoa!
Oh my god!
Whoa!
Oh my god!
You killed.
It's okay. They were like those water bottle dummies.
Oh, okay.
Okay, good.
But yeah, and then I figured the end of the ride could be like this sort of brake run out here before it comes back into the scare floor. And then the exit ramp. Sorry, I'm flinging all over the place.
Oh, you good.
The exit area. So that was the entrance. This is the exit. The exit would take you out of the scare floor this way. And then this could be like a gift shop.
Yeah,
sometimes. Okay. And then this could be like, why is there fire there? What's on fire? I don't know what's on fire back here. What is that?
Oh.
Oh, this robot is shooting fire.
Oh.
Whatever.
Well, fun.
And then, I don't know if we want to have one long gift shop, but it's a pretty long walk back to the pathway.
I think that does need to be one long gift shop, honestly.
Yeah, right? No, I think that's cool.
That has to be like a really long gift shop, I think.
And then can we see the front of the restaurant as well?
Yes, and then Harryhausen's is right over here.
Harryhausen's looks so tiny compared to it.
Compared. That's awesome.
It's only like 3 times the height of the doorway in the movie. About that. Isn't it like...
Yeah, just about. Yeah.
I think it is that small.
Yeah, honestly.
I only have the letter A, but I will put the rest of the letters there. I only downloaded one letter instead of the entire pack.
No, definitely.
I would eat at this place so much.
Right? It looks cool.
It depends on if it was actually good food.
It's gonna be great food. It's like a theme park.
Here's the thing, because there's some really cool restaurants that have the worst food. Like Grandma Sarah's Kitchen at Tokyo Disneyland is one of the most gorgeous restaurants I've ever been in my life, and it's so well themed.
The name
the food
of
is trash.
Tokyo Disney restaurants, and I'm like, what does that have to do with anything?
Grandma Sarah's.
What was that Italian place you went to? The Italian bakery?
The Italian place?
Oh, Mama Biscotti's.
Mama Biscotti's.
Yeah.
Like, I never
She's Mama Melrose's sister.
I want to go to Tokyo Disney so I can go to Mama Biscotti's. It just doesn't sound right.
Yeah, that's Mama Melrose's sister. Come on.
But just for the record, Mama Biscotti's is good. I do like going to Mama Biscotti's.
And hey, I like going to Mama Melrose.
You see?
Me and Shannon's in the chat were talking the other day about Tony's Town Square, and I was like, I don't mind it. Like, hey, sometimes I want spaghetti and meatballs.
Yeah, hey.
Spaghetti and meatballs doesn't have to be amazing.
It doesn't.
I didn't grow up with gourmet spaghetti and meatballs.
I feel like if you're at a Disney park, though,
here's the thing.
It should be pretty good.
It doesn't have to be amazing, but it should be good if you're paying like $20 for it.
That's true. Like, you are spending a lot of money on it for it. But to be honest, I grew up with my mom's meatballs. I didn't know that there was better ones out there, so I go to Tony's Town Square and I'm like, yeah, this tastes like spaghetti and meatballs.
This is where it's at. No, I feel you.
Part of it, I also think the joke comes from the fact is that Tom is Italian American, and he has told me himself that he is a snob about Italian food.
I'm Italian American.
He won't eat at Cafe Portofino when we come to Tokyo Disney Sea because he thinks it won't be good. So I think that's part of where the joke comes from, honestly, is that his standards are too high.
Yeah, I can see that.
I'm Italian American.
You're Italian American, I get you.
Although my favorite food is not Italian food. So it's kind of like take it or leave it.
Okay. Yeah.
Does pizza count as Italian food?
Oh, I hate pizza. Ever since I was a kid. Pizza
You
day.
hate pizza?
I don't like pizza.
What is wrong with you?
I don't know. It's not like, no, it's not something I'm seeking out. I used to hate going to parties as a kid. One time we went to this barbecue at Mike Dodd's friend's house, and these people, they were having a barbecue.
Yeah, I was just about to say, you said a barbecue, and we're talking about pizza right now.
Don't worry. And then they were like, oh, for the kids, it was like Elio's Pizza. And I'm like, excuse you, throw a filet mignon on the barbecue for me. And my mom said something. It was true. It was true. I was like 8, and they're like, Jilly's not going to eat that. I'm like, yeah, no, I don't know what this garbage is. Give me a filet, medium rare. Thank you so much.
She goes to the grill. She touches it. That's too much. That one's perfect.
I see gray. I don't want it.
Oh, gosh. Well, guys, we are going to wrap up. My two friends, you're getting core bucks. I'm going to send you guys core bucks. I'm going to get that together. And what we'll do is you guys have a chance to vote on that next week. So next week, we will have it. We'll have it in the description down below. So you guys can next week, just go blam, blam. And I will remind you in the show that you guys can vote. Tyler is going to be working on this little by little. And we're going to be building that Figment ride too. So look forward to that. And there's going to be some other challenges as well. Tyler was telling me showing me all the different ride systems and different rides that you guys can do. So it'll be so fun just to give you guys a ride system and see what you guys go. Any theme, any whatever. I think that'll be so fun. So look forward to that. We'll do that very, very soon. But Geeks, thank you for being here.
Specifically Shorn Force and Drew Myers. Amazing.
Yes. So good.
Amazing. Fabulous. What's that gif? Never before seen.
I really love it. I really did. But yeah, Geeks, thank you so much for being here. Tyler, thank you. Are we writing it? Oh, we're writing it. Hold on.
Death.
Death.
Woo! Those scream canisters got a lot right there, that's for sure.
We gotta fill this whole park, don't we? Like, there's gotta be a bunch of stuff here.
We gotta fill the whole thing.
Yeah, we'll get there.
There's gonna be different challenges. It'll be fun.
As long as we build a clone of Space Fantasy the Ride, I will be happy.
Well, hey, if you pitch something, and it gets chosen, or someone out there picks it,
If you pitch it, if you build it, they will come.
They will come. That's right.
Where's that from?
Field of Dreams.
Field of Dreams.
Yes.
Why did I think it was Angels in the Outfield? I knew it was something.
Have you never
sports.
seen Field of Dreams?
I don't like sports.
I don't like sports.
I don't like sports either. I've still seen Field of Dreams.
I think the only sport movie I will watch is A League of Their Own.
Not even the Mighty Ducks?
I've watched, but no, I won't like rewatch it.
Yo, the Mighty Ducks on Disney Plus.
Does it have Rosie O'Donnell in it? I do not want it.
But we'll talk about that another day. Geeks, see you later. See you next week. Next week is gonna be, we won't be in the studio next week.
We're gonna be in space.
We're gonna be in space. No, I'm just playing. We're not doing a themed space show. We're not doing that. But I'm gonna be going down to Miami to go see my mom for her birthday. So we'll be doing Geekly Kingdom from different places in the world next week. But again, thank you guys for being here. And until next week, we will see ya. Bye-bye.
Bye.